Okay, good morning and happy Friday. And I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse hat today, and actually my Disneyland Mickey Mouse shirt today because I felt happy, and that is the happiest place on earth. And when I was looking in my closet of what to wear, that is what jumped out at me. Today is Inauguration Day. If you're watching this video much later, that'll give you an idea. So I hope we have viewers on here and you're not all off watching the inauguration. I never know what people are up to. I don't know. We don't discuss politics in this group, so I have no idea who does what out there. But I made some notes for today. So this is the third installment of a series, three-part series, where we are going deep in some things that will really help you be successful getting your marketing off the ground this year. And we're doing this because our course it opens up for registration next week. And it is, you've got to make a change in yourself and what you do on your farm in order to start making a profit. And this would really help you get there. And in order to take the course, there are some skills that would really help you get more out of it. And we teach you those for free. So so that you can come into the course ready to dive in and learn even more than if you hadn't done these things. So the last three blog posts include email templates and things that are going to help you be successful. And those are going to go away next week once the course opens. So it's just out there. These are tools to get you ready to be more successful in the course. Today, the third installment was about it included an email template that you can use to email your customers and find out what your products really do for them. And let me tell you why that is important. In today's world, the market is saturated. Grass-fed beef, bone broth was the 2015 food of the year. So the items you and I are producing are getting world news attention in every media, not just cooking magazines, but Vogue magazine talks about bone broth and grass-fed meat and grass-fed butter. You see it across all forms of media, whereas 10 years ago, you couldn't find it anywhere. It's really super saturated. So if someone figures out that they want some grass-fed beef and they Google it and they live in your area and 15 websites come up, what's going to make them choose your farm in this super saturated market? Well, these are the things we teach you in our course because you have to go about marketing to them and engaging with them a different way so that you can compete with the things we're competing with for grass-fed beef are Walmart's opening all these organic stores around. There's Whole Foods and New Seasons all around us. There are Trader Joe's. Every grocery store has grass-fed beef now, and they say free-range chickens or pastured eggs. Now, you and I know those aren't the same, but the public sees them at the same. Hey, Rusty, welcome from Pennsylvania. Welcome from Oregon. You're in Pennsylvania. Awesome. I love that we can gather all these farmers together from all across the U.S. So anyway, if you don't learn how to reach these buyers in this super saturated market that is only going to get more saturated and get them coming back to you again and again, you will go out of business. Now, in our Facebook group right now, we're at 1,200 people, and I see a lot of posts on there. You guys see it in the comment section. Farmers are struggling. They're going out of business. They're working 7 days a week, 18-hour days. They're up at 3 to milk the cows, and they're out in the barn till 9 o'clock at night, milking before and after work, and they're still not making any money. And you guys are taking your money from your day job and putting it in your farms only to see it not produce anything. And at a certain point, you're going to start thinking, wow, I could have spent that $10,000 and taken my family to Disneyland or something. Instead, I spent it on all these, milk cows that dried up and beef cows I couldn't sell and all that. So you've got to make the decision to improve yourself and your marketing and your engagement with your customers to have a successful farm. So a year from now, I'd love to see more comments in this group of people who are finally making money. Like we hear from our graduates in our course, we'll talk about some of those next week. But it's really exciting when you do the things I teach in these emails and blog posts and live videos, and then you sell a half a beef and you know, eggs, and you start selling your things and you see them in action. So I encourage you to put them into practice, because we're giving you all the tools, like today's template that went out Tuesday to email your customers. So what you're selling, there's this idea that what you're selling is not what you're really, it's not what you think you're selling is not what you're really selling. If you think you're selling grass-fed beef or chickens, and I go to farms websites and I see pictures of chicken breasts and pictures of steaks, and I see labels from their feed bag that shows their beautiful GMO-free feed. And I see them say things like, we move our cows to fresh grass every day and our chicken tractors. And this is how people are advertising their farms. But that is not why. What you really need to find out is, why is your customer coming to you? Why are they using their products? It's not for grass-fed beef. You know, it's not because you feed GMO-free feed. Let me give you an example of how I put it into practice on my farm. So again, I've got this email template. You can ask your ideal customer that we already went over in previous blog posts and videos the questions in this email template to find out how they're using your products and what they're using your products for. And that is what you are selling. Not your beef, not your chicken, not your sheep, your lamb, your eggs, whatever. You're selling the solution that they are using your products to create. So an example, I have 3 women who are customers. They've been customers for years and years, and I base my ideal customer off of these 3 actual women. They don't know each other. They've never met. They come on different days, but I know them inside and out. And my whole website is based on speaking to these women. You won't find labels with feed ingredients on my website because they don't care about that. What they care about is one of these women, as an example, called last week. We had a snowstorm, which in Oregon means it snowed 2 inches and the whole city shut down for a week. So we have a snowstorm and she can't get out to the farm. Now, I do not deliver product to people, except my 3 ideal customers that spend tens of thousands of dollars with me. You know, I'd go over hell and high water to get them their product in a snowstorm. It's not what I wanted to do, but she called me and she said, Charlotte, I'm sick this week. I'm not sick, physically sick, but I'm just sick with stress because this weekend I have a volleyball tournament an hour and a half from here. She has 4 kids. The nanny is going one way with 2 kids. My husband is trying to get this child to basketball practice, and I'm going to be an hour and a half away at this volleyball tournament. I desperately need 10 jars of milk, 5 gallons of milk. I need 4 dozen eggs, and I need 6 pounds of hamburger. And I'm so stressed. I can't get out to the farm. My car won't make it. There's this snowstorm going on. I don't know what to do. And anyway, I said, don't worry about it. I'll meet you. How far can you get? Because she lives about an hour away from our farm. I said, how far can you drive to? And I'll drive the rest of the way and meet you there. And I did. Now, so what she is using my products for is she just wrote my next marketing copy, the words I'm going to put on my website. She just wrote that for me. I don't need to dream up words for my website because my customers, I go to my ideal customers and get those words from them. And you have my email template that I use to do that. In this case, it was a phone conversation and a text conversation. Whoops, sorry. So on my homepage or my about page, it's going to say something like, don't you hate it when you got the nanny going one way and your husband taking the basketball player this way and you're got a volleyball tournament in Eugene, and all you want to do during all this is make sure your family has a healthy meal instead of eating at McDonald's on the way down the freeway? Our farm is the answer. Our fresh milk, eggs, and meat will take care of your family's needs through this busy schedule. So if that person, that ideal customer, let's call her Chris, if she's looking how to feed her family healthy and she does a Google search and 10 farms come up and 9 of those farms have pictures of their feed labels on there and pictures of their beef cows out to pasture and pictures of chicken breasts, she's going to not connect. She's going to be like, ugh, and then she's going to come across my farm. And my farm's website speaks to her exactly. And I've got this in the slides on the email we sent out this week in the blog post. I show you on my website where it connects with my customers. She goes to my page on my website in this Google search, and it says, got a busy weekend coming up. Your husband's taking your basketball player this way, and you got a volleyball tournament here, and the nanny's busy with the 2 kids, and you're stressed about how to feed your family a healthy meal. Our farm fresh milk, eggs, and meat is the solution. She's going to see that and go, oh my gosh, this woman read my mind, and she's going to drive out to my farm, however far it is, and she's going to pay any price for that solution I just offered her. And why I know this works is this is our farm model. This, I send out one of these blog posts with writing to my ideal customer in the way that she talks to me. And they come out to our farm store and they can't wait to pay the prices we have posted without question, because I am helping them solve their problems. And I help them solve their problems by engaging with them and talking with them and finding out how my products solve their problems. So this week's email gave you the exact tool to do that, the exact thing that I use. When you do this, and the reason, we're doing this 3-part series to get you set up for the course next week, is then when you take our course and you come armed with this knowledge already, it will be really easy to put that on your website and attract those people. And that's what keeps them coming back. It doesn't matter that Walmart's organic store opened next door and sells grass-fed beef $1 cheaper, because my ideal customer connects with me and the solutions I offer her. So that's why she's going to come back more and, keep coming back and pay my prices. So everything about your farm marketing has to come from your with your customers in mind. And I see so few farmers doing this, except the ones that are taking our course. And when they take our course, then they have these aha moments of, oh my gosh, when I look at it from their point of view, it makes marketing looks so different than what I've been doing. I've been screaming at them in your face of buy our pastured chickens because we put them in Joel Salatin chicken tractors. Nobody cares about that. Your customers don't care. They have busy lives and they're using your products to solve their problems in their life, which is not that you have a chicken tractor and you move it every day. So see what I'm saying? Those things are important to us as farmers, and we can talk about how we farm in our Facebook group, and we can talk about our GMO-free feed and all the different components, and we can talk about the omega-3s and how much higher they are in grass-fed beef. We can talk about that, but when you're marketing to your customers, you have to speak their language, and you've got to talk to them in the way they want to, the things they are using your products for. Otherwise, they will not connect with your farm, your employees. They won't connect with your farm stand or your website or anything. All right, so is this making sense? And if you have any questions about this, let me know. Let me see, because I made some notes, if I got everything covered in my notes. And Hayden, do you think I covered everything? I'll just go through some of the questions. So if you go back to that blog post, we sent it out Tuesday. Did you put the link in there? So Hayden's got the link in here in the comments. What you're doing is you're sending your customers an email. I do it in person as much as possible, but every once in a while I do it by email too. I just pick a customer or 2 or 3 that I really want more of, just like them. And I say something like, "Dear Chris, thank you so much for being such a great customer of our farm. I really value your business. I'm working on a project to better serve you and would be so honored if you had just a few minutes to help me out by answering a few questions." And then I have a whole list of questions, but I only want you to pick 2 or 3, otherwise you'll overwhelm her. And say something to her like, "What is it about my product that matters to you?" Or you might say, "How does buying our products make you feel?" Or you might say, when you buy our products, how does it make your life better? Just short, one of these things like that. And then I just say thank you so much and sign my name off. People love to help, but the answers you're going to get to these questions are going to surprise you. They aren't going to say, "I buy your products because you feed this particular brand of minerals or feed or something." They're going to tell you, "I buy your products because I adopted this baby and it almost died because of this and this and a heart condition. And then I found raw milk and she's lived 7 years longer than doctors predicted. And all of a sudden you are in awe. I mean, I get emails like that and I'm just about ready to burst into tears because I had no idea my products were having that sort of effect on the public out there. So when you take that information from your customer's point of view and you put that in your marketing materials, you will connect with people on such a deep level. They will come back to you over and over again and pay whatever price you ask for your products. All right. So let me see if I got everything. I think I got everything in my notes. Ask questions if you want. I don't see any questions right now. Next week's video. So our course opens for registration on Tuesday. Registration is open for 1 week only because class starts on the 1st. You don't have to be there live, but the first class goes out on the 1st. It's recorded videos already. But next week's live video right here on Friday, I'm going to take you inside the course and show you around and answer any questions you might have about that. Again, I just really want to encourage you that farming does not have to be like the comments I keep seeing in the Facebook group where you are struggling, you're dying and, not having enough money to do anything. Thank you, Rusty. I really appreciate your comment. You're working 24/7, 365 days a week. You're working jobs off the farm and on the farm, and you're going broke and you're about to quit. Does not have to be that way. There are so many resources out there for you to improve your farm. You've got the skills down. And you've got a place to learn how to buy good feed or good quality things or, bulk tanks for your milk. We support each other. We are doing a good job farming. What we're not doing a good job at is connecting with the customers who will pay the prices we need because none of you are charging enough for your product to make your farm successful and fulfill this dream I have of having and vision of farms across the U.S. that are profitable, small, 100 acres or less, serving their communities. And this is possible. You can do this. So anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a super weekend. And we will see you in our Facebook posts as usual too. We're going to repost the Jill Salatin interview. If you haven't seen that, look it up. It'll be up there tomorrow. And I will talk to you all next week. All right. Bye-bye.